to another episode of Shoot the Ish, and I gotta say, we're gonna get into it tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. Is it the week of the of my son's big mouths? From T.I. son to 50 Cent son. But let's be honest, I'm only here to talk right now about Marquise Jackson. That's 50 Cent's Curtis Jackson's son. I think, if you guys don't know, I mean, it's been trending in reference to his son saying that, word is born, I'm looking for time, I can't survive off of 6,700 a month. It's too little, especially living in New York. I can't, my father wasn't there, yada, 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 yada. But, I ain't really want to jump on it as soon as it came out. Nah, I want to hear a little bit more. I've heard stuff before. I seen interviews on Coke No Joke, interview with his son. And I think this is the prime, like when you really listen to it and listen to what he's saying, don't hate me, but I know a lot of us go through it, and there's always her side, his side, mother's side, father's side, whatever. And this is a prime example of a bitter mother. Yeah, I said it. A bitter mother. And the reason why I say a bitter mother is because half of the shit he was saying, it don't sound like that came from a kid. That sounds like that came from over years the mom is talking. Now, let's lay some facts out. Facts was, they settled. I mean, he was paying child support, 67. He bought a house. And if we look, you know what? I'm doing math on the air. Let's just think about something. But one of the things I do gotta say, what I do find out to be a lot of the issues, 50 got money, right? Yeah. But if he was getting 67, that wasn't enough. Now, I know society sees how much he make. The question would be, really? That's all you was really getting? And if that was the case, I guess the system saw that to be fit, right? But what bothers me, and this is the thing I gotta say. What bothers me, before you get to the point that you become your dad's enemy, he gave you a house, gave your mom's a house, and he gave you $6,700 a month in child support he had to pay. Now, the reality is, what is the mother bitter about? Is it the fact, he make this amount of money, like you pocket watching him, but 67 is good. Now, most people say 67 ain't shit if he making this. What the fuck? Is what he making good enough to take care of the child? That's the shit that bothers me. Is the 67 enough to take care of the child? You have a home, 50 paid for it. You're getting 67. That means get your ass up and do something. The problem that I see a lot of times is they want to live, or the mom wants to live like the fucking father living. No. As the favorite, you wasn't shooting with me in the gym. But even besides that, don't have COVID. But even besides that, I can only imagine how that was, how toxic that was. She helped ruin that relationship with her father and son. And most people say, well, that's his son, he should be mature. Man, fuck that. You a grown-ass man, you've been talking shit, and then on top of that, I ain't got to deal with it. True indeed, as long as I did what I had to do, but you want to be a man, but then you don't want to be a man, and some of the shit he was saying, there was an interview he was talking, Coke No Joke asked him, he said, you don't think 67 is enough? He was like, my bills are more than 67. So not only you getting 67, but you don't even know how to use your money. You're living beyond your means, and your mom made you believe that you could live beyond your means. So that's another issue I got. But the problem that I feel is you grown as hell still talking about what your father didn't do. Now, I find that kind of hard. I really find it hard to believe that 50 was on some shit like, fuck this little nigga. Nah, I can't believe that because he had him when he was a little baby. He had him around, and I know that when you don't want to mess with them, when you got that boy and his mom in that house together, the shit that could be said. Oh, your father over there got all that money. He only giving us 67. He could afford this. He could afford that. Look, he giving that to that other little one he got. He giving it to this. He giving that. Look at how he living. We living like this. Look at how he living. And we living like this. How you living? Are you living a certain way that the mama feels she should be living and upset that she should be living a certain way, and now she mad, she bitter, she ain't got nobody else to talk to but the son because she needs somebody on her side, and when he go against his dad, oh, that's what's up. But then look what you did. You created a situation where him and his father don't even talk. That's some bitter shit. Leave your shit and how you feel out of their situation. Because I doubt, here's the thing that I think a lot of moms should understand. When shit don't go your way, don't make it about the son and his dad or the kids and their dad. Because deep down inside, you know he give a fuck about the sad, but you know he ain't hurt by not feeling you. He'll be hurt by not seeing his son or you trying to create. But after a while, a nigga gonna be like, look, I ain't got time to be begging for nobody to spend time with me or begging for somebody to love me. I'm not begging for nobody to love me. I love my sons. But when it's all said and done, I'm not gonna beg. You don't want to fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. Yeah, I love you. But when it's all said and done, I know what I did. I know what my intentions are. I know what everything is. I know what I fought for. I know what I did. I know I have you. I know I love you. I know, but I'm not here to prove something to you. And I think that's where a lot of the problems that I see with the 50 and his son. And then I think you've seen text messages. It was text messages. It was back in the day. Text messages. Him coming to see his son. But it seemed like his son was always setting him up. And that's the mama shit. It was text messages and with oh, all I want to do, forget the money, Dad. All I want to do is spend time with you. What? What kid is even sitting there breaking all that shit down? That I've seen. Let me keep it 100. I seen it with my own eyes that people will do this. So me on my, it's been people, I asked people about this scenario, right? And it was somebody that said, well, you know, it is a shame that 50 don't want to show his love. He got to be the adult about it. This. Then it was like, well, it seemed like she had a fucked up lawyer because she should have got more. And I'm sitting over there, I'm like, damn, word? Look, at the end of the day, whether or not they could have got more of this or this, $6,700 a month. And then not only that, she could have worked. So what she kind of thought was like, oh, I'm that 67, yo, that ain't nothing. That don't allow me just to sit on my ass and not do nothing. Because again, out of her son's own mouth, Marquise's mouth, he was like, 67 ain't nothing for us to live off. Because what? Who gonna take care of me? Who gonna take care of me? My mother gotta be home and take care of me. Just even saying that, you sound super privileged. Your mom could have got a regular old job, and motherfucking been a thousandaire at least. 100, let's see, let's do the math. 67. Let's do this math, right? Because he getting child support, right? So let's do the math. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to be doing math on camera, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's do this math right now. Because I think when I heard this story, and I've heard it before, but you know it's trending, so let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So 6,700 times 12. That's 80. That's 80,400 a year, right? So let's say she got a job where she was making, because she don't want to be a person that's lazy, just have a regular good job. Let's say she was just making, let's say 70,000 a year. 70,000, boom, 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 plus the 80,000. That's $150,000 a year. 1,050,400. Now let's put this in place. Okay, that's not good enough to live in New York, but 50 bought a house, so she ain't paying rent. So she getting that 150. What her potential? That's why we did it at 70,000, with the 8,000 taking care of your son, and you. I mean, I heard she got a daughter too, but that ain't 50 kids. So, damn, she probably getting money off of that too. So she getting money should be getting money for both places, but that ain't 50's role. That ain't 50 position. But the bottom line is, you got a house that's paid for. Plus, she's bringing home 150,000. You could be bringing home $150,000 a year. So I guess if you sitting on your ass and the only thing you doing is making 80,000 a year off of just banking on the child support, yeah, I can say that you probably hurt. But when it's all said and done, that's not his role. What she wanted to do was live like 50 was living. No, that's not how that shit happens. It is child support. Child support. It is money to help support the child. And child support is based on clothing, schooling, and a roof over their head. A roof over their head. 50 paid for that. He paid for the house already. So he took care of shit over the head. Then, with 6,700, I think he ate enough. I kind of think he ate enough. I damn sure know. Let's do some math, right? You want to give him sneakers. Oh, I already tell he want to be flossy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I want to be flossy because my dad 50, right? Let's get him one pair of sneakers. Just say 1 month. $200 of sneakers. You want to look fly. You know what I'm saying? So you got a wardrobe. Let's say we spend $1,000 on his wardrobe. $1,000 on his wardrobe a month. Boom, boom, boom. That's a couple of pants. But again, we doing this on a monthly basis. So at the end of the day, $1,000 on his wardrobe. We got a pair of fly ass sneakers. But then he gonna probably want overabundance on sneakers. So let's just say she spent out of that 6,700, she spends $2,000 on them, right? A month. Just spend $2,000 on the rest of it goes to groceries. I think she's still all right. That's still not her working. So when it's all said and done, stop. Like, look, I get what people say. Well, and I've seen the post. I've seen the post where people like, why is it always when it comes to us we gotta say have our? Nah, it ain't about that. It's about living within your means. I think the problem is the real problem is, again, just because I had a child with you don't mean you live my life. Now, if my child and I had a great relationship before the mother destroyed it, yeah, I'll pick up my son on this day. I get him on this day when he come with me. What do you think? I'm going to just, nah, you get your 6,700. I ain't buying you shit. Fuck that. You look like you starving. Nigga, wait, you better eat when you with your mama. Don't come over here. Obviously, he gonna take care of his son. But he ain't doing that when that little nigga, when the mother done torment him so much and put the shit in his head, now he just feeling like, and the shit that he be doing, he be going extra. I'm gonna be honest, that little nigga be going extra. I think, look, there's a lot of things that 50 do wrong, and they got a toxic relationship, and I wouldn't recommend that for nobody. no relationship with the dad and the son to be like that. And we don't know how many times he probably reached out, or if he didn't. If he didn't reach out, it's just say, you know what, fuck that little nigga. It's like, I think what people don't realize, you can have kids, you know what I'm saying? But if we're supposed to be a bigger person, right? We gave birth to them, right? But if I gave birth to you and I realized that headache coming from your mama and I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do this, but a lot of shit, like, she just makes it so fucking difficult. It's like, yo, my life is still moving forward. I still got to move. I still got to be, my mind got to be right for me to keep moving forward in life, for me to prosper, for me to make moves. I cannot be focused on this bullshit that I realize is going to keep fucking causing conflict. Because at the same time, you're going to know my heart. But then if I'm dealing with the mama and I'm having that issue, and then the son come on and on it too, you just really kind of make the situation easy. Because I'm like, yo, I feel stabbed in my back. Because I was saying, fuck your mom. I ain't never say fuck you. But when you do this, when you sit up there, you sound ungrateful. You sound entitled. And some of this, and look, out of his own mouth, my expenses is me, myself, I spend more than $6. Nigga, you trying to live like your father. You're not your father. You are not your father. If I buy Gucci, no. You don't have to, no, you don't have to, nigga, I work to get my Gucci. You can get a job too and get your little Gucci or get whatever within your means. Oh, your father making millions and millions. Well, my son would have shared in my millions. My son wasn't stabbing me in my back and wasn't talking shit about me. Every time my son became almost like my worst enemy. I got friends that treat me better than my own kid. How the fuck would you feel over that? And I know the mother instinct sometimes be like, well, that's your son. And no matter what he does, you should always forgive him. Man, of course. And I could probably guarantee you there have been times, but I seen texts that showed that this man has always been shitting on his dad. And they treat him like he a cash cow. And I'm like, look, I already know what it feel like to a certain point when a motherfucker would try to vilify you or try to treat you like you don't really give a fuck. Like, believe it or not, I understand it. Because it's like, look, I don't hate you. I just don't fuck with you. Now, what happens is when you don't fuck with them and they know you really don't fuck with them, that's when they go to another level. When is it going to always be about the kids? Like, what's the because I know, like, even the stuff he says, it is literally seemed like it's something that came out, like, literally was regurgitated out the mother's mouth. Like, just a lot of the shit he be saying, it just seemed like it was just coming straight, father. Like, the setup. Like, I'm saying, I'm telling you, the texts that he will be texting, you like, is that him texting him or the mother acting like it's him, and then they keep the texts and then send it to the court? Like, really? 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 Yo, I think this is a sensitive topic for me because it's just, to me, the shit is crazy. Because to me, I'm like, for the people that know, for the fathers that know, y'all know we know. And I wish there were mothers that could talk. Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's some deadbeat ass dads. I get that. And I know it's some dads that don't even give a fuck about their kid. Like, look, I'm going to just pay child support. I don't give a fuck. I don't even want to see the little dirty ass nigga. I know there's fathers like that exist. Now, am I here to say, to really admit, like, oh no, 50 wasn't like that? I can't say what 50 wasn't like, but I can tell based on the texts, based on what the son says. Oh, hell no. That's when I can say, nah, I don't think 50 was that way. I can truthfully say that I don't think that dude was that way. Because again, when you hear what Marquise has said, my father, my 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 mother should be working. Who gonna take care of me if my father work if my mother was working? That's not enough. My father wasn't there. Well, my nigga, do you know what your father does? It's kind of hard for him to be there. He's your father's an entertainer. He's a rapper. Oh, I get it. If he was there and was giving you, maybe if you was getting more money, would you have cared if he wasn't there? I think that's the shit that bothers me too. You got to understand the relationship, and I think it was a lot of things that probably the mother left out. Because I'm telling you, I've been in those situations where I've probably dealt with a woman, and the shit she would kick, like the shit that a woman could say to kick another nigga's back in. Are she dealing with a new nigga? Oh my God. But some of that shit was validated. But then as time goes on, you start to see like, it's two sides to this story. I mean, the more I get to know you, it's probably two sides to this story. But I think it's literally just crazy, and I think the entitlement issue. I think I just like, to me, it just hit me. It's just struck a chord in my body because he is that is the result. Marquise Jackson is the result of a bitter mom who pushes these thoughts onto their son, and it is an example that we can see out in public how that can ruin a father and son relationship. What else is a prime example of that? I mean, look, and sometimes we say maybe this person should be the bigger person, but he a human too. He a human too. Your own kid is stabbing you in the back. Your own kid is doing it. Like, look, people say, nah, people got emotions and people got feelings. Look, I mean, some people choose to be like, you know what? I got too much going on. I clean my hands with this shit. Some people keep fighting, and then you kissing because I seen people who kiss their kids' ass because they feel guilty or something, and it wasn't even their fault, but they feeling guilty, and their kids are giving them their ass a kiss. Nah, fuck that. Don't be a villain to nobody. I mean nobody. We can bring them in the world we take care of and all this other stuff, but guess what? You grown. You know what come along with the career goals that I have and with the career that I'm moving. That's why you're able to get the 6,000. If I was some old bum ass nigga on the street making $50, would you be talking about money? Because it seemed like that's all he keep talking about. And then he used the time shit. Now you talking about time. You already grown, my nigga. Now you want to talk about time after you done shitted on your father all this time. Going to niggas that you know like you acting like 50. But you ain't got the money to act like you acting like 50 against your own, like against 50, which is your dad. Then when your dad say shit like, yo, this nigga don't get, because I know what you doing. And I know 50 said some shit like, nah, only thing I do say when 50 be saying some shit, I don't give a fuck that nigga get ran over by. I'm like, damn, my nigga, you wildin'. Like, y'all really got an issue. Damn. That's some crazy shit, to be honest. And we also got to talk about T.I.'s son. This shit gonna be just short a little bit. I just don't get him. I just don't get him. I don't get him. He confuses the hell out of me. I say to myself, with that guy, why is it that you want to be gangster? Like, and the shit that come out his mouth, I was like, do he not know his father did a Crime Stopper video and his father was like snitching basically too. And the shit that he said, I'll be like, this is the age of information. And the shit he on the internet talking, he talking tough, he talking gangster, and he talking about Charleston White a snitch. But the thing is, Charleston White admits that he a snitch. But I'm like, you talking about? I told y'all I'm not trying to get that much. This was the week of the sons of famous people, but I don't even know what this. I don't. I'm not gonna be like I hate T.I. son, to be honest with you. So I mean, I just be looking at him like, bro, grew up with your dad and your mom, both are celebrities. You didn't have struggle. You didn't really go through anything. You said woke up one day and said, hey, I want to be a rapper like my dad. Okay, and you got it. So he confuses the fuck out of me. I just don't even understand his fucking purpose. Just like to me, I just feel like just shut up. And T.I. just be saying like, you don't know how to control your kid. Like, really? Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm kind of confused. Damn, I think did I clean this right? I hope I ain't destroying my lungs. Sorry, you guys seen it, but and I do because I think this topic is gonna actually be a little late because I should have did it last week or a little. I mean, well, I did 2 episodes last week, but I just want to touch upon it because people are talking about the Kanye White Lives Matter shirt, and do I feel like he's trolling? Everything Kanye does is to troll, right? I mean, and I looked at it in a different perspective, right? People upset about White Lives Matter shirt and da da da, how you take it. And I've had episodes before where I talked about the Black Lives Matter thing, where I thought that was like, I think that's not what the like when it's all said and done, I understand the concept behind it, but the people that were behind it, they robbed your asses anyway. So reality, what was the purpose of the Black Lives Matter movement? They made money, they came up, it was a scam. They ain't really do nothing really. And like I said, I don't think the average black person is going outside like, oh my God, I'm gonna get killed by a cop. My life matters. So I'm like, Black Lives Matter. Yes, it does. I understand. I'm not ignorant by so far. Like I said, watch previous episodes where I talked about it. But I just feel like when he put White Lives Matter and people went up in arms about it, I said to myself, I'm like, why? Why would you go up in arms about that? Because Kanye said, I'm going to put out a shirt and expect people to buy my White Lives Matter shirt. You know what's so funny about it? Kanye will put out a shirt that says White Lives Matter, right? And guess what? Black folks won't buy it. Oh, shit. We stand for something. But we will still buy the shirts, buy the clothes from the fucking designers that don't give 3 fucks about you and told you they don't give a fuck about you, but you'll still sit there and buy the goddamn clothes. Gucci played your ass out. You still buy it. Huh? What? For real? You mad at White Lives Matter shirt? And you ain't gonna buy it? That probably should be the main shirt we buy because that's equivalent to buying shit when the fucking designers are telling you we don't want these niggas wearing our shit. But you still bought it. But you mad that Kanye put out a shirt that says White Lives Matter? Do they matter? Yeah, I think all lives matter. Oh, don't I can't say that. But the reason I say it because I never believed in the Black Lives Matter concept. I mean the movement because it was they got a lot of money and they ain't do shit with it. And it was based upon cops killing black folks. Hmm. Let's see how I think about that. Yeah, there were certain situations where I'll say, yeah, but has that changed? No. There was a lot of money made from it. A lot of money made from it, and they came up off of it. So to me, look, I think that's like I told you guys before. I think if cops today stop killing black folks, that doesn't change where we're at in society to this day. We still talk about things that are black, white issues, black, Spanish issues. But I love the fact that he came out with a White Lives Matter shirt because, again, the way I think totally different. I'm going to say, wow, you're up in arms about that. And I'm not going to buy that shirt. But how interesting. You won't buy that shirt. So what the fuck are you upset about? If you're not going to put your money behind it, who cares? If you're not going to put your money behind it, who cares? That's what you're supposed to do. When you don't like something or you don't like the message behind it and you don't put your money behind it, could Kanye be a genius, though? He goes on Fox News. Who watches Fox News? More people. We gonna watch it regardless because it's Kanye West. But other folks won't watch it. But being that he's on Fox News, he's gonna get more of an audience because we gonna flock to it regardless. We gonna listen to it. So does he gain a bigger audience? Yes, he does. Think, guys. So if you want to say is he genius, like, yeah, I think to put the message out there to troll, to know what station to go on, because we gonna follow regardless. Because he already knows the consumer. He's a designer. He knows the consumer. And that's the point. He knows the consumer. He knew you would talk about it. He knew you would be up in arms. You think this man don't know? It's something behind it. Think, people. So to me, I took no offense to it. Because I say, what would I look like taking offense that he brings out a shirt that says White Lives Matter, a shirt that I'm not going to buy? But I always found it interesting that people got mad at that, but will buy other shit from people who blatantly tells you, we don't want you wearing it. Or we'll put, because we done went through the Gucci shit, we done went through the Montclair shit, we done went through so many designers that said, we don't want you wearing our, niggas, we don't want you wearing the clothes. They don't want us wearing it. Guess what? I'm going to wear it. To show them I can wear it. You go to the stores of these places, they tell you, kick you the fuck out. You love to be treated like shit and still buy from the places that you love to be treated like shit by. Just to prove that you can afford it. Treat it like the White Lives Matter shirt. If you don't like it, it's only an issue if he's making really money off of it. Is he making money off the White Lives Matter shirt? Are you buying it? Think, people. Think. So I'll just like to say, I thank you for tuning into another episode of Shoot the Ish. I probably was more hyped for this episode. I realized it was just a lot of stuff that they were talking about. I mean, obviously, is like the hood news, basically. But I just want you guys to think about a lot of this stuff. Like I said, every time I do an episode, I try to look at it differently. Like everybody's talking about the face value of it. The face value. He did this, or the Marquise did this. Well, the Marquise one made me truly upset. Like because I felt personal because I've been in a lot of those situations. But I think the Kanye West, just look at stuff so different. We get mad at it, but again, we we still buy from the other people that didn't give a fuck about us buying our shit. So why be so upset? But I like to say again, thank you for all those who keep continuing to tune in. And like I said, and this is what I can say, right? And I'm gonna say this before I'm out, and I know you guys heard me say it before. You gotta. It's free. It's free to support. It's free to like. And I heard something, and I was listening to Hassan Campbell, another YouTuber, and he said something that really made sense to me. He said, "It ain't your friends." He was like, "It's usually your friends. The people you know are usually the last ones to support you. The people you know is usually the last ones to support you. It's always other people." And I thought about that, and I was like, obviously when we create our YouTube pages, I've known people that try to do YouTube pages, and I'm like, yo, I know they know more people than this. They should at least get that right from the jump. Get all the get like a notice, a like, a share, or something like that. And I'm like, when do our people truly come around? Do they come around when you start popping? And be like, yo, I was always there. I was always support. Come on, man. All I got to just tell anybody, like, yo, I do this for the entertainment, and I love to do it. I don't make money off of this at all. I do it for the entertainment purposes. And at the same time, all I ask is for you guys to share. All I ask is for you guys to like. Liking is free. Just hit, like literally, hit the button. Like, share, subscribe. As you already know, I appreciate it. As you see, I'm being more consistent. I'm bringing out more content because at the end of the day, I have no excuse. I'll come right downstairs, knock this shit out, knock it out. We talk. I love to talk. They call me Preacher Cliff. But again, I would just like to ask you guys, and I'll keep continuing to say it on everything. Like, subscribe, share the page. Because at the end of the day, shit, it'd be nice to trend. It'd be nice to get those views up. At least I know I got the people that shit. Eventually, I want to go live. But, I love doing it, as you guys always know. For those who've been around since day one, I definitely appreciate it. And again, I'd like to say again, thank you for continuing to watch, tuning into the episode. And like I said, I put some new stuff in. You see my beautiful plant. But again, guys, thank you again for tuning into another episode of Shoot the Shit.